When I first got into real estate, I'm going to be honest, I was desperate to try to find clients to build my business. One afternoon, I was working the front desk and I had this couple walk in through the front door. The older gentleman tells me that they need to get out of their apartment complex because he just cannot take it anymore and he needed to find a new place to rent. I wasn't really a rental expert. I just wanted clients so badly. I said yes. I just started in the business. I had no other clients to help take care of, so I figured why not? So I invite them into my office just to sit down, help develop a strategy, see what's out there, see what's in their budget. And he notices that I'm finishing my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. This man turned to me and said something I had never heard before. "Oh, so you fancy Dunkin' Donuts, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I love Dunkin'. It's actually one of my favorite coffee places." And he says to me, "I always thought Dunkin' Donuts was for women." What? So to humor him, I ask, "Well, where do you like to get your coffee?" And he responds with, "I like my coffee black from Burger King." As stunned as I was from that statement, I just brushed it off and we continued to just search through the MLS to see what was in the neighborhood that he and his wife might be interested in. And we were able to find one. Just so happens that it was vacant. I called the listing agent and he was able to get us a showing literally that day. So I print out the whole listing. We all hop in my car, the three of us. It's me, the gentleman, and his wife. And we start driving to our appointment. And on the way there, he revealed to me the reason why he wanted to find a new apartment. And it was because of all the kids that were bouncing basketballs. And it was driving him nuts. So we pulled up to the house and he just starts immediately rattling off all the things he hated about the house, and we didn't even step foot inside yet. So again, I just brush it off and I unlock the door, we get inside. The house was a little bit in rough condition. It needed new carpet. The floors were completely uneven. All around, the kitchen just needed a whole complete overhaul. So you can probably guess what his reaction was, because I was even shocked. From the listing photos to what we saw in person was just completely a different story. And rightfully so, they decided to pass on the house. There was just way too much that needed to go into the house. And after all, they were just renting this place. They weren't going to actually own it. Put all this money into putting new carpets, fixing the kitchen, re-leveling the floor. It was just too much for them to take on. I kid you not, the second that we step out of this house, we were done with the showing. There were kids next door playing a game of basketball. And immediately I knew that this was for sure going to be a no. The condition of the house was terrible, and the neighbors next door was playing basketball. We decided to head back to the office, and the second that my butt hits my seat, he starts berating me and telling me that I should have known the condition of the house, and had I seen it before, I wouldn't have wasted their time, and basically just reaming me out for the entire 10-minute drive back to my office. The breath of fresh air I got when I pulled into my office was just amazing, because he was just suffocating me with all his negativity and all the things that I had done wrong, saying things like, if I had seen it before, I wouldn't have wasted their time, and their time is very precious, and how dare I take them to the house that, hey, I just saw that morning with him that day. We step out of my car, and he tells me, "You know what, Cory? I think we need to find another real estate agent." I had just met this person an hour and a half ago, and within an hour and a half, I got completely fired from my job. Honestly, I was upset I didn't get a chance to fire him first, because I just knew from the moment that we started driving back to my office that him and I were not going to make a great fit for each other. And he just completely beat me to the punch. Now, I tell this story because it was a really good lesson that I learned, that I don't have to work with every single person, and sometimes personalities will never mesh. I hope he and his wife found some place to call home. Sometimes in this business, you don't match with clients, and that was a really hard lesson for me to learn. Right off the gate, he was negative, he belittled me, he told me I sucked at my job, and he got to fire me first. That was the worst part about this whole thing. It really showed me that, like, hey, I don't have to work with everybody, and some people's personalities aren't always gonna mesh with me, and that's totally okay. That's just a part of this business. I still, to this day, continue to get Dunkin' Donuts coffee because it is delicious.